Alright, so what we have here is a 20-inch Motegi MR109. As you can see, I'm gonna show you guys this wheel has been pretty beat up. This is my very first set of wheels. It came off of an older Lexus GS300. I will openly admit that being as old as this is my very first set, I did not take very good care of them. Didn't really know what it took to take care of a set of wheels. So I've talked to those good folks over at dipyourcar.com, and I've been told that I can just go ahead and dip the wheel itself. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do here. They say anybody can do it, so we're going to take a stab at it and see what we get. So I've just applied the first coat of Plasti dip to the wheel. As you can see, they say you should let it dry for a little while. So this is just the first coat, just a little bit. They said to use the whole can for one wheel to get best coverage. As you can see, it's already a significant difference over what it looked like when I started. And just because I haven't showed anybody yet, as the Plasti dip, I went ahead and put this little spray trigger. It's not a big deal, but it does help. Instead of make sure you got a piece of cardboard or something handy to test your spray, as I did here. I've also got a can of Metalizer in the house that I'm going to use. So I'm going to let this dry for a little bit, then I'm going to come back and do the second coat. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have successfully applied one coat of Plasti dip to the wheel. As you can see, it's dried. It's got a more of a matte finish to it now. It's not quite as shiny as it was. You can still see some of the shine from the machine part still coming through. On other parts, you see it's definitely more of a flat finish. So I'm going to apply the second coat, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Alright, everybody, so this is 2 coats of black Plasti dip on the black and machine finished Motegi MR107, excuse me, Motegi MR107 that I had. You can see how the areas that were scratched initially, you can still see the scratches, but they are definitely harder to see. You can still see some of the machine finish still coming through. They say that you should do about 4 coats. So I think that for 2 coats, this is really good coverage. So if we're doing 4 coats, that should really cover things up real nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the next coat, and we'll see what happens. All right, everybody. So this is 3 coats of black Plasti dip over that Motegi MR107 20-inch wheel. It was originally black and machine finished with a good amount of curb rash. You can still see the scratches along the edge of the rim, but they're significantly harder to see than they were when I initially started. This is 3 coats. You still see it's a little wet there, but as you can see, there is basically total coverage at this point. There's none of the machine finish coming through. You don't see any of the machine finish anywhere on the wheel. This Plasti dip stuff has really done its job in this aspect. As you can see, I didn't even have to tape anything off. It's a rubberized coating, so at the end of this, I can just kind of peel it off the wheel and the tire, for that matter. So it's really worked out well. They recommend that you do 4 coats. So I'm gonna put one last coat on the wheel. After that, I'm gonna come behind it with a it's called a Metalizer. It's gonna give the wheel a bit of a metallic finish, and it's gonna kind of clear coat it, make it a little shiny. So we'll take care of that after I put on this 4th coat, and we'll see where we are. Alright, so this is 4 coats of the black Plasti dip over top of that black and machine finish Motegi MR107 rim. Once again, as I stated earlier, there was some road rash on the wheel. You can still see the road rash, but it is very hard to see, especially from a distance. Whereas the way it looked originally, it was very easy to see. The Plasti dip has made a very even, very uniform coating, very uniform finish. It is very clean, very nice looking. Actually, I might even leave it this way. My initial plan was to come behind it with a can of the Plasti dip Metalizer, the silver Metalizer, to add a bit of a metallic flake to it. But I'm not even sure if I want to do that now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prop it up in the corner in a little bit of sunlight, give you guys a better idea of what it looks like in the sun. Hang on a sec. All right, cool. All right, folks. 4 coats, black, matte black Plasti dip over my rim. Then we're gonna add in the Plasti dip metalizer. This is the silver metalizer. I'm thinking I'm gonna do about 2 coats. Got my spray trigger. I'm just gonna add 2 clean coats to the entire wheel, and I'll give you guys a look at it once I'm done. All right, everybody, I have taken the liberty of spraying on 1 coat of the silver metalizer over top of the 4 coats of black Plasti dip that I did earlier. It's gonna be hard to see, but this video doesn't even do it any justice. It's very bright. It's very, very metallic. It's quite nice, although I will admit that I'm not exactly sure how I like this in comparison to the regular matte black Plasti dip. But I do like the effect that it has on the wheel. It's trying to get as much detail here as I can. It is dry at this point, and you can physically see just the amount of luster and the amount of shine that's now on the wheel versus the way it looked with the regular Plasti dip. It's pretty cool. It's a really nice, actually, you can see now from the sun beaming down on it, it's a lot more shine and luster than it was initially. Like I said, I admit I'm not sure if I like this as much as I like the initial flat black Plasti dip, but I'm a fan. I'm a fan. So what I may do is kind of tape all of this off, the actual rim itself, and then do the lip again in just the matte black Plasti dip. I don't know. I'm playing with the idea, but it's cool, man. It's really, really nice. I think I've got one area that's a little quote-unquote imperfect. I don't know if you guys can see this, but right here, there's a spot that it's not quite uniform. I got a little clumpage there. But it's turned out well for somebody that's never done any sort of wheel painting or any sort of wheel modifications. First set of rims ever, honestly. This project has turned out really good, really nice. I'm quite happy with it. So I'm gonna kind of wheel this down, put it next to the car, see what it'll look like. Once again, thank you guys a lot, and I appreciate it. See you soon. And here's an example of the wheel on the front of the car, and here's an example of the wheel on the back. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks.